right now with everything online, since we are on the topic again of social media, how are you feeling about being somebody that's considered somewhat of a sex symbol, but like limitations now on social media? Like, are you a supporter of OnlyFans? Like, do you have one?
I'm a huge supporter of OnlyFans because I feel like, during these times in COVID, what can you do? What can you do? Like, if you can make a couple dollars at home, shaking your ass in front of a camera or even taking some clothes off. Hey, I'm a stripper that's what I've been doing. I've been a dancer. It is way better doing it for the camera than someone in your face touching you and being all like greasy slime ball. You don't know where their hands been. Like, take some hand sanitizer before you touch me. Like, it's over camera, and you're making a killing. Like, everything nowadays is on social media. People watch porn, people watch, like all these things. And if you could sell and make money, I don't see anything wrong with it. You're working. It's better than somebody not working.
Yeah.
It's better than doing nothing. People, and it's not just for like women that are models. Like, people are on there selling exercise videos and doing all kinds of things. Like, it doesn't even have to be sexual. Like, there's girls out there that do yoga classes. Join up, sign up, and it looks sexual, but it's not. They're fully clothed up.
Cooking classes.
Everything, you name it. And I think it's a great platform for people that want to have an independent business. And that doesn't have really much resources.
Well, there's a lot of stipulations coming down for those that are into like sex work or, models or vixens and stuff in our industry. So it's like the changes are already like unveiling. People know that, I think December 20th is like literally when it actually is supposed to be put in force. But I've seen on my timeline with
What's supposed to be put in force?
Like the restrictions on like the type of posts you can put out there.
On OnlyFans?
No, on your Instagram page.
Oh, okay.
And in like, Facebook and all of them. So that's what's going on. And there's been petitions going around and like, like it's been sent. But the thing is, there's people who use Instagram and social media platforms that are in sex work, whether they're into domination or an actual sex worker or, doing modeling or anything. And they're being impacted because a lot of the times you post certain content to draw your fans to your hub.
Yeah, and then they flag you, and then they give you a warning. And if you do it too many times, and they ban your account. That's what happened to me before.
Oh shit! You got shut down?
I got shut down. I was so mad, but luckily I had a little plug. My girlfriend had a little plug, and I had to send them a little change, and he got back my account somehow. But
shit!
Like, if you post, and the thing is, it's stuff that's not even explicit. How about that? Like, I was posting videos that were not even showing nothing, not even a clear like trans. No, you can't even see a nipple, nothing. But people are just be hating so much that they keep clicking the
and community button. Guidelines, right? Like that's a very thin like. Again, who's watching at that time to determine what's offensive to them or what's the greater, influence?
Hating.
So
they're just hating.
That's a challenge because, I've had YouTube channels shut down like on my videos, right? I've done, racy content and it's like, if it's on YouTube and then now it's like somebody's flagging it repeatedly because they don't like it, it doesn't discredit the talent or the work of what was put out there. It's just people want to enclose you into a space where they feel it's appropriate to have you.
Yeah, exactly. Because really, when I went down the guidelines, I'm like, this didn't break any guidelines. And then I'm like, do I have the time to just like send it back and be like, this is not breaking the guidelines? I'm just like, whatever.
You can appeal things, but
it says appeal, but then I'm like, really? Am I really doing that?
So what is it? Objectionable content is what I'm seeing here from the Novora Media, an article from Novora Media. The new guidelines spell out an extensive and specific rule regarding objectionable content. Violations now include attempted coordination of the recruitment for adult sex services, and explicit sexual solicitation.
Like, and look at the jargon right there. They try to use so much technical language that the
you
average
don't even
person
understand what they're saying.
I get what they mean. So basically, the recruitment part is like soliciting people to come to a place where you could pay to
come to my hotel.
No, come to my hotel. But like even come to your OnlyFans. So like,
yeah,
I guess they're trying to say you can't advertise for people to come to your OnlyFans page.
They
through
want to
Instagram.
cut OnlyFans
Maybe
money
you could
off.
say come to my site, but you can't like say like come pay me on my site.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the site being like, I can say on my Instagram, come to my site and pay me because it's a hip hop site. But because it's an adult site, OnlyFans is quote unquote an adult site, you can't say come pay me over there.
But it doesn't only have adult content. So where's that fine line? We just said that there's people that do like
they're
exercises
just doing
and stuff.
anything.
This is where the
There's
debate
even
comes in.
photographers
Oh my
that
God.
post like photos that they've taken of other girls, like in swimsuits and stuff.
Not even just swimsuits. There's naked photos and then they use like a blurred line or some kind of emoji or something to cover it.
Yeah.
It's just like the guidelines are always unclear when it comes to sex work or sexuality online. Like they're trying to police the entire social media, but then they want us everywhere. Literally. We're supposed to be glued to our devices and our social media platforms, but yet we're being policed on what we choose to watch, but then they always suggest us to watch certain things.
Yeah.
So
Makes no sense.
it's a fight. It is. But okay, so along the same lines, let's talk about porn, right? Because even when it comes to rap music, as a rapper myself, it's like a lot of, pornography is in our content and stuff. So like, how do you feel that title has been associated with your brand?
Just because of my reputation, everybody, like at my previous past, what I do, being a stripper, people just expect sexiness. They expect sex. Like, and even if I'm not rapping about sex, I still have to be selling sex somehow. Like if I'm wearing something revealing or like giving a certain look, like everything has to do with sex. But also I do feel like for the females, it's empowering because, when men do music videos, they're not really selling sex, like unless they bring the models in that are half naked, shaking their ass. That's how they're selling sex. Because men can't really sell sex the way women can, Women, we are sex.
Only a few. There's a very few amount of guys that can do it, and they don't even have to be like rappers and stuff.
Like with their shirt off in the rain, whatever. That's just lame. Nobody wants to see that.
Well, there's a few people out there because I know, like, even online, somebody has been sending me different things all the time. But there's a guy, I think he goes by Troy Touch, and he does like really intense massages.
What is he, a rapper?
No.
He's like a big diesel motherfucker, right? I seen that.
And he like, if you are like, honestly, like his whole brand is that if your man is not pleasing you, like. And his
then call him for a massage.
His
He'll
massages
work you
are
out.
orgasmic. Like he's
gonna get
working it. The girl's like literally in lingerie sometimes, and like he is doing this.
So what is his
Somebody's gonna
argument? He's a
run down on that
massage.
guy, yo.
But he's not a rapper.
No. But it's like even still, like he doesn't need to rap. Like sexuality is something that's not only branded by rappers, but it's like you do other stuff other than rap.
But
right?
but when we were talking about the music, like the geldom, they bring the sex appeal. Like man, them don't bring sex appeal. They just bring
What was his name again?
gangster. Like we're guys.
D'Angelo. I think that
he's probably the only guy in history to ever sell sex in such a way, shape, or form. Because I swear I was just thinking about that video the other day.
How does it
And
feel?
I was like, ooh. I really want to know how it feels, but I mean,
and that famous shot of just doing his upper body
that
and just
was
rotating.
sexy.
Like,
That was fucking
simple,
sexy.
but very impactful, and it got
No
the job
men are
done.
doing that nowadays.
I
Men,
don't- okay, but
men
do
don't even
most-
have the body. Like who has that
Stop.
body?
I was just gonna ask you, like again, like most rappers keep it on, like they don't really like.
Yeah, they're not. That's why they have the models, the geldom, shaking their ass.
So guys aren't necessarily sexy; they have sexy.
They
with
sell
them.
sex appeal with the women, and us women, we could sell sex without any of that. We don't need the women. We don't need the men. We could do it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that extra shit. Look at Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion for the WAP. They're sexy. Like, yes, there was a bunch of women in it too, but like women
The main ones.
Yeah, but they're selling sex. Like women are taking it up, like the whole 9 yards. Women are taking it like nipple pasties, whole titties out, only a pasty on there. Like we don't need to pay no models if we know, or if we're confident in ourselves and we think we're sexy enough, we could
Right.
sell sex just through us. And if that's gonna make us extra money, why not?
No, I
Because at
agree.
the end of the day, they're just gonna bring models to do it in the background, anyways.
Well, if you're not doing something to make money, somebody else will, right?
Exactly.
So, might
But
as
I
well.
think, for the sex look or whatever, it's not just like for women want to see it too. You know what I mean? Like us women, we want to see sexy women on the screen. We like to see that.
Well, we're judgmental if we see somebody not, because we're so critical with our
If
image,
we see
right?
an ugly girl, we'll be like, who's that ugly girl in the video?
They
But
let
if
her
we
in?
yeah, like who let her in? Like, But if you see a sexy girl, you're like, ooh, that girl's hot. That girl's hot. Oh, I like her hair. I like her body. I want my body like.
What's her
you know?
Instagram?
Exactly, right?
It's societal views too, like because
So it's
society
both
paints a
ways,
picture. Yeah, and it's strongly societal influence because the society allows us to create these perceptions of beauty and sexuality, and that has been the norm for music videos. You don't really have somebody kind of dull or reserved. It's usually
Yeah.
like something more obnoxious or something more loud or something more crafted in that sense. So
Yeah, I agree. I just, like I said, I think men and women both want to see sex appeal.
yeah,
Not just the men. The women want to see it too. I know I want to see it. Not to say I'm gay or anything, but I want to see titties, ass, everything. I want to see all of that.
something that
If
looks
it's
good
if it's
and
part of
appealing.
the mood of the song, Yeah,
Nothing random. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, for sure. And that's been a disconnect I've noticed with a lot of music videos, even from like earlier years from people. Because if we think about, perfect example, Kaya, My Neck, My Back.
Yeah.
There was no
My
sexuality in that. Like, I don't
She
think.
was just saying some filthiness.
But I'm just wondering if it was because of like the online guidelines and protocols back then that it was just about having a clean video.
That definitely would have been a BET uncut after 10 o'clock
Yeah.
music video. And
maybe
I
there
remember when
was
I used to
one.
stay up late to watch those videos because I was a bad kid.
Yeah.
And as soon as my mom left the room, turning on the TV and I'm watching Ludacris.
Oh yeah.
Ludacris, Shake That Ass, all kinds of videos. That broke me out.
So it was
turned me
Ludacris
out.
that did it for you.
Yeah, Ludacris.
Mine was Vibes Cartel, so I don't know. Guilty. Guilty.
Trust me.
Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss, just do it. Do it.
Friday shaking his body.
Do
Yeah.
it, do it, do it now. Lick it good.
Put it just like you should.
Right now. Lick
She's a boss.
to
She's
stop.
a boss for that
You
one.
have to bob to that. Like you can't hear that and not move. Like that's a physical song. And
That's
it was
a
like
banger.
I was waiting for the video to connect, but I think when when that
It
video
connected
came
when
out,
she said my neck and my back. It just locked in right there and then there.
lick my and my.
She's
Yeah.
a bad bitch for that one.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
felt that song. That hit me. That hit me.
That
man.
was the banger.
that hit different.
That's
man.
still a banger to this day.
It is. Right. So the video is actually irrelevant, but it just I guess inspires all the rest of us to make our videos.
It's female empowering,
Yeah.
It's female empowering. That
Okay.
we could talk about this sexual stuff just like the men.
Yeah.
Men talk about sexual stuff all the time. There's
Getting head and like
Getting head.
fucking, and it's like when a woman's now creating the narrative, like that's where that feminism comes in, and that's where that like control comes in, and that's where we can relate because we're bosses when it comes to how we dictate our sexuality. So it's nice to.
There's
have
still
those sort of-
scrutiny about it. People are still not used to it, but it's becoming a little more mainstream now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.